Hi, I'm Dr. Nadine Wong. Would you like to know the expression of a man? Well, join me on the Now Talk Show. The Now Talk Show is an intimate conversation with men to highlight the pivotal awakening from his past that has brought him from trials into triumph into the now. The Now Talk Show will be sponsored by the Alabaster Wellness Clinic. Please stay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the last week to 2020. I am truly honored to host this. I would like to call it our lemonade stand of thank you. I am going to ask the team to come in shortly, but I want to formally introduce myself again. I'm Dr. Nadine Wong, the host of the Now Talk Show. The Now Talk Show began in just all that has happened over this 2020 pandemic with the COVID-19. It was just a thought and the power of a word that brought forth this particular vision from June until December, I think almost 30 episodes. I truly want to take this opportunity to say thank you. Thank you for your time. You've heard me say it so many times that your time is the most important thing that you could offer to anyone. And month after month, week after week, every Monday at 7 p.m., you have definitely um, honored me with your time to listen to all the distinguished gentlemen that has given us their time to bring forth their expression, their key nuggets of how they have overcome from their trials into their triumph and where they are in the now. You know, in the beginning, the word of God says that God said, and we know that that word itself framed the heavens and the earth. But let's look at the very present earth itself, the influence of a father, of a brother itself in terms of a male figure. When you speak, you definitely frame and change the world. And that's something that I really want us to be mindful of, especially going into a new year, 2021. So again, I'm really overwhelmed to know that we have made it this far. And I'm anxious. So I'm going to invite the team to come in because no one person can do this. I'm going to invite, we call Brother Rob. He's our tech person, and he has been the person that made all the connections together. I'm going to call in Christine. I want to say Graham Crackers, but she's a newlywed, and I believe her last name is Allen. And if it's not, she's going to correct me. And then I'm going to call in Miss Diane Robinson, our executive, our program director, and of course, Christine is our executive producer. And I'm just going to invite them in because we're just going to have a community dialogue. So you guys know how much we, the team of the Now Talk Show, truly, truly appreciate your time and as you've given it to us over the past couple months. So, Christine, let's talk about the conception of this program, which started out with just as having a casual conversation on a non-related program on our Zoom with our Bishop Pete Pinnock. And it was just a matter of my statement that says human connection is the most powerful thing that we can offer anyone. And I think we should take this globally. And then a couple of days later, Christine, I got a call from you saying, and Bishop says, and then the next thing she said, well, we have an extraordinary gentleman who is quite savvy in high tech connecting, just the overall intelligence of computer, which is Rob. And that's when the show started. And then I thought, we need someone who is very savvy, somebody who's definitely able to make all of the differences come together. And we reached out to Miss Diane, and they came running, they came willing to volunteer their time in spite of their professional schedule. And here we are, the team behind the Now Talk Show. So, team, from my heart, wow, thank you so very much for your commitment, for your diligence. We've hit some bumps in the road. We've had some personal clashes, but at the end of the day, to see that we were able to carry it through until the end of the year or the the final episode, I just really want to say truly, I thank you so very much for your time and investing it in this vision. I could not have done it on my own. This is definitely a team project, and I'm glad that you guys stepped up to the plate and definitely executed as such. So, without further ado, team, what is your takeaway from the program since we've been together since June until now?
But I wanted to jump in and just say season's greetings to everyone, all the viewers, taking the time out to watch this, whether you're watching it real time or in on the replay. Season's greetings. Be safe, and we absolutely are looking forward to a brighter future all around. The Now Talk Show. There's a current. Well, not current. It's an old adage says nothing's present. Like there's nothing like the now, right? The present, the now, and so getting excited about the conception, the roundtable that we had the conversation. I called Dr. Wong, and then we had Rob on the phone, and Rob had his wife chime in, and we were just brainstorming. And it's like something was birthed out of this idea, and having the expertise of Dr. Wong, and then the passion coming in to say what is actually needed. And it was like just a download of we need to talk about the now and what's happening now with our men. And so then it was birthed. And I think it's an awesome an awesome affirmation for anyone to take from what we've learned in 2020. Act on the present. You know what I mean?
Right.
With the present. Don't hesitate. And we didn't. So it was an awesome. It is an awesome opportunity. And a journey. It was an awesome journey this year with the team. Everyone brings to the table their different tenacity and passions and so forth. But that's what I'm taking away and I'm imparting for everyone is take the name, the now, and really act on it now. Strike the iron while it's hot. And look at us almost 30 episodes later. Absolutely. There's the experiences. And I'm so, pleasantly surprised because Dr. Wong, you're optimistic. Diane is optimistic that men will be opening up. And I'm like, you sure? You did an awesome job, Dr. Wong, in just asking those really, those questions that are not so easy to ask. And got to the root of some matters. And we have some nuggets there, absolutely. So I'll let the rest of the team speak. I can absolutely go on about my enthusiasm. There's been some episodes that, I cried. And that's what the expression of the man did for me. And I was just,
yes.
I'm honored and I'm happy with this experience. I'm glad it came to fruition.
Wow. Diane?
Well, hello, everyone. This has been an incredible journey for myself and working with the team. It was something that I knew was needed, but didn't really sit down to try and figure out how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Having a full plate and being stretched in so many different ways, you have ideas and then you'll sit down, oh, you know what, that's good, I'll come back to it, and then you move on to the next project and some things just fall through the crack.
Mm-hmm.
Women on a whole have a plethora of platforms that they can express themselves, that they can go and get the healing that they want, that they can let it all out and not feel judged by their friends, or they go online, or you have all these different things for women. And our men are sitting there going, okay. Men are raised, and when I say men, I'm not talking about just our African American men or West Indian men. I'm talking about men on a whole. I come from a very a family that has a mix of ethnic backgrounds, bloodline, and through marriage. I have friends that run vast ethnic background. And men have been taught that to show emotion means they are weak. To show emotions means that their wives or their girlfriends are running them and they dictate what they do and they're not manly enough. To show, I remember watching a little, he was must have been about 10 or so, and he was upset about something. And the mother said to him, "You're a man. You're a man. Don't cry. Men don't cry." And I thought, what a disservice is that was done to that child, because then he grows to be a man who has no concept as to how to handle his emotions, how to properly express the emotions. Now, I'm not, I say that, and it's not to generalize, because there is a high percentage of men who were raised differently or were raised with that mindset, but learned as they grew how to be able to do that. But a majority of the men don't know how to do that. And when they do that, they feel like they are um, free falling with nothing to catch them, no safety net underneath them when they do that. And then on the flip side, you have women who, when a man expresses himself, when a man sits down and says, "I'm going to trust you, female, with me," and her response is, "But you're a man. Why are you acting like a woman?" And then you get that. So now he gets back into this point where he's like, "Okay, you tell me to express my feelings, and then now you're telling me I'm acting like a woman when I do. So what do you want?" And what I saw for the Now Talk Show brought about was, it is necessary for you to own every emotion as a man. It is necessary for you, when you find an emotion that is difficult for you to deal with, find the help that will help you, find the help that will take you on that course to navigate how you express yourself positively in that. And if you're angry, you can own your anger, but understand that there are certain things, that concepts of anger, that it's okay, because we all get angry. But the physical part of it, you're learning how not to express in the physical part of it. We have a plethora of, we have so many programs for women who have experienced domestic violence. Oh, where in heaven's name are the program for the men who are experiencing domestic violence? And then they are then cornered into saying, "But I'm a man. I should be physical. Nobody should be able to do that to me, especially a woman." So we make them, so, those standards that are out there make them feel even more downgraded than they are. Yes, there are female abusers out there. There are women out there that abuse their male partners. There are women out there that abuse their male children. And I am one woman who will never hide behind the sisterhood, because if you're a female and you are wrong, then you are dead wrong in my eyes. If you want something from a man, then you need to be what you want from the man. You know, you have programs out there for single mothers, and, the courts really rally around the single, but where's the rallying around the single father who's trying to do his best for his child? But the woman can cry wolf and say, "Oh, he abused me and he did this," and then the judge is like, "Okay, fine, you know what, no." And he's sitting there going, "But I just want to be a part of my my children's life." And women out there who use their womanhood to
And
play
play.
the system and block a father from having access to his child. So as female as I am, I have experienced domestic abuse. I was almost killed, and I ended up in a hospital. But I will never sit down and say, because I'm a woman and I've been through that, all men are dogs, all men are this. No, I won't do that, because you have to be objective, subjective, fair, and just. And we all know that being fair doesn't necessarily mean just. So you have to be able to be that, to look at it. And not to say that there are men out there that just listen, man, you need to get yourself together, right? They're there too. But what we wanted men, what I wanted the show to do was to show men that you have a safe place to be
That's right.
yourself, to explore yourself, to navigate newness of yourself. And I believe we have laid a platform for that. There are things out there that they do with these different programs, but most of the time it's tell me what a man likes, tell me, so that a woman knows what the man likes, so that we can get together. And it feels like at the end of the event, you feel like you're in a meat market. And this was not what we had. And this is not what we've done. We have given men the platform to say, here you are. We want to hear your voice. Every syllable, every vowel, everything that is there that you are comfortable in sharing. We want you to hear it. We're not going to judge you. And there is a world out there that wants to hear your voices, because we're tired of men silently screaming.
Wow, well said. And Rob, please, as the only man, as the only man around three beautiful women, let's hear your point of view.
All right, so greetings to you all. Truly an honor and a privilege to be with the Now Talk Show team. As Christine mentioned, yes, Dr. Wong had a vision, and she wanted to do something to really give the men a voice so they can be heard. It's something that, we as men, we're not really, how should I say, where we take the initiative to really express our innermost feelings. So Dr. Wong had that vision where, she wanted to give men a safe platform where they can come out and express their innermost thoughts and, share some of those things that we're going through that we don't really want to talk about. But sometimes we just have to pull it out of ourselves, because when you let those emotions and those feelings just get built up inside, it's going to create like a ticking time bomb. And it's just a matter of time before it's just going to explode. So, the vision was, come out, brothers. We need to hear from you. We need to know what it is that's going on in your life. And you talk about those issues like we have the barbershop talks, but just be willing to express that and be vulnerable. It's all right. We all go through things in our lives, and, I like to be transparent about things that are going on. And, I'm very open about, what's going on that has transpired within my life, because I know who I am and I know what's inside of me. So, these young ladies, all three of them, have really been a great inspiration to me. They are the greatest supporters of men. Initially, when we first started the show, we would have discussions about how we were going to set the show up. And, they were coming of the conclusion that it was just going to be men and men alone that were going to be interviewed. Like, well, why would I want to do that? We need to have a little diversity with that. They were saying, no, trust me. As long as you have the men here, the ladies are going to come.
That's
and
right.
They were absolutely right.
That's right.
So
Wow.
yes, my brothers, I encourage you to keep pressing on. Share your journey, your visions, your struggles, your passions, whatever it is. Be willing to speak about it. And when you actually come out and talk about those things, it can be some of the greatest therapy that you can ever receive in life. And we all need that. We might not want to admit it, but at some point in time in our lives, we're going to need that therapy. And this is a great opportunity for you to have that group therapy session. It might be a live and broad audience, but that's all right. You're still going to get that nurturing,
Yeah.
caring, passionate feeling that you need to, make you feel warm, welcome, and loved by your friends, your family, and whoever else that you may encounter. So
Mhm.
that is my spiel for the vision of the Now Talk Show and what it has brought forth.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, the team behind the Now Talk Show. I am your host, Dr. Nadine Wong. And again, I thank you so very much from June until now. Is it June? No, April. No,
June.
June.
June. That's right.
Monday,
Until now, you've invested, your time, and even in this pandemic era, we recognize that time is so important, so precious.
Yes.
And as I said, week after week, you have definitely invested in our time. Without further ado, I know you notice our logo, and again, we are a team, and there are some silent persons here. And Zachariah Reed, Christine, is that his last name?
yes.
He designed, yeah, the famous logo. And I mean, we just want to say thank you. There's Pastor Brown. We have reached out to help periodically. We just want to say thank you. Again, we want to say thank you to Bishop Pinnock, again, because he connected all the tentacles that brought us together. And personally, I could say this because I was just talking. I never thought, I never dreamt of this. I love men, and I love to see, I always say, as a strong woman, we need strong men. And however we can get you there, to get you to that place where you can continue, you can speak life, because when a man speak, as we said, you shape the world. When a husband tells a wife you're beautiful or that looks good on you, chances are she has bought several others. Or when you say to your child, you can do it, chances are you've just invested in that child where you said, I can't let down my dad. And so when you speak, you definitely have the power to shape the world. In the beginning, the word of God said, and we are a product of every word that was said. So in the natural itself, I encourage men to continue to speak life, because it's definitely, that's the life that is, it is the vital force in us as women and in your offspring as children, and in going forward as an interconnection of just life itself. So positivity and just being real is important, because anger is a real emotion as much as love is, and a balance is also equally important. I also want to thank the sponsor for the program, which is the Alabaster Wellness Clinic. And I just thank those who have used the bridge itself to reach out to the clinic for clinical counseling, for trichology, integrative medicine. Again, I just want to say thank you again. From the first guest to the last guest, everyone's story was a pivotal awakening for me. And as you said, when the men express themselves, the ladies will come, and I've gotten the inboxes, and some persons teared up, some persons heart stopped. They were so awakened, like to hear a man express, I cried, or, just the pain, or the fact that they had to pull up their socks and says, I'm going to do this. And love the ramification of just speaking positive things and see it come to fruition. It's just an amazing transformation. Team, if there is nothing else that you want to say, and I don't want to cry, I'm rushing because I'm very emotional about this, because I never thought episodes later, almost 30 episodes, we will be here and looking forward to 2021, which I understand we already have guests in the waiting room. And I am just so excited. Whenever a man rises up and he's ready to express himself, you have my attention, because we need strong men. And even when you cry, you're still strong. That's even what makes you, that pivots you into strength, even supernatural strength, the fact that you can express yourself and your truth. This is a safe platform, and my declaration for you going forward is that you continue to find safe platform that you can express yourself, and in that you cover yourself in that strength. And with that strength, I know you can move the mountains, you can cut and clear ways, make it your own. Or, with some of the teams that I've seen come on the program, they have done it in a group manner. And in a group manner, they're empowering another generation. And I will leave it at that because I'm not wearing waterproof mascara. I'm not wearing waterproof mascara. And I'm telling you, it's been a journey. And again, to Rob, to Diane, Christine, I'm so thankful for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all volunteer, sowed in good seed. And I know the fruit of it, God will continue to bless you in your professional and your endeavors. Again, there's nothing else that you would like to add to everyone. Again, good evening, good afternoon.
We have to acknowledge one more male. He is the videographer for the intro and the show.
That's
so, Kristen, thank you so much. We had take one, take two,
take several.
Oh my goodness, Diane. We had
yes. And eventually we got it after a good couple takes. And again, this is what teamwork's about. It's a famous quote that teamwork make the dream works.
Yes.
Right? Yes. And again, the dream works only because you've invested your time, which is the most important thing you can give to us. So until for another year, 2020 has been a great experience, if nothing else, because you had the time to really invest to go further. And I speak 2021 supernatural favor and supernatural blessings, and that you will continue to express yourself in a way that you can own your own light. And of course, think about the next generation where you will extend a hand to bless them and help them. Team, anything else? Without further ado, then.
Please greeting.
Is it Jesus greeting? Happy 2021. Thank you for a lovely 2020. What an awesome year. Really has been a year of vision in spite of. Okay? Let's focus on the vision itself.
Yes.
And all the best.
Thank you to our audience. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for being there. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. We are eternally grateful for your interest and for your love and for going on the journey with us.
Positive feedback. I've got lovely feedbacks as well. And I really appreciate that as well.
So thank you, everyone. And our guests, man, how I want to thank each and every one of our guests.
Yes.
Each of you brought so many different aspects of manhood, of the male mind to our show. In so many different ways, you showed us the male DNA, and I thank you for trusting us. It's not easy to trust strangers. And to each of our guests, thank you.
We couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for your stories.
Thank you.
Your experiences. And the wives. How could we forget the wives? The partners that support these great men. Wow. Even to you, Brother Rob. Listen, your wife allows you an hour extra on Monday to sit with us. We want to salute all the women that are standing behind, beside, even under and above, because you're covering them. All the men, we salute you. We salute you. We salute you. Once again, on behalf of the Now Talk Show, I am your host, Dr. Nadine Wong. On behalf of the team, we want to say thank you. Happy 2021. And we look forward to the new episodes coming as early as the second Monday in January for 2021. Have a good evening. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.